Hello viewers, today I'm going to be demonstrating how to make the abstract animal in Adobe Illustrator. The focus of this tutorial is to help people understand how to use the pen tool. There are other tools that will be presented in this, but the focus will definitely be in how to use Adobe Illustrator's pen tool. And the first thing that you want to do to start the lesson is File, New, and this will help you create a new artboard or new document. It gives you a list of different settings that you can go to, and the first that you want to look at is size. Now there are a number of different sizes that you could choose from and can even make custom sizes, but for now we're just going to use size letter. This is a pretty standard size, so this will help you make your abstract animal. So then you want to make sure that you save your work. And for the sake of this lesson, I'm going to put my last name, underscore, abstract animal, underscore, and then here's where you're going to insert the animal that you're going to be using for your abstract animal. And I'm going to put fox, because that's what I'm going to be making for this tutorial. And then you're going to hit OK. So now your artboard's going to pop up, and this is going to be what you're making your abstract animal on. So the second thing you want to do is go to Google Images on any kind of browser, and then you're going to be finding a position that you want to use so you could have a reference for your animal. Now, for this assignment, students will be sketching pictures of the animal that they want to make in Adobe Illustrator, and this is just a reference image for them to be able to make exactly what they want. So you can have a fox standing up, a fox crouching, a fox laying down. For this tutorial, I'm just wanting to make the fox head. So this is an image that I found on Google Images, and it works perfectly for my composition because all I want is just this fox head. And there are several different ways that you could insert this image into Adobe Illustrator. And that is one, you could go to File, Open, and select the image you need to insert. You can click and drag the image to the Adobe Illustrator icon, or click and drag the image onto your artboard. Now that the image is inside Adobe Illustrator, you want to make sure that it's at the scale you need it to be. So what you're going to do here is you're going to click Shift on your keyboard and click and drag out. This helps scale the image without warping it. If you did not click Shift, you could make it a lot skinnier, make it too wide, and just distort the head. And we want to make it look pretty proportionate. If you ever make the mistakes of not hitting Shift or make any mistakes in the program at all, you could always hit Command Z or go to Edit and Undo. Here it says Undo Paste, but it will just be Undo. So we're going to go ahead and hit Shift on our keyboard, click and drag out. So now it's still proportionate. I want mine for the head to be pretty big because that's what I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to keep scaling out until I find the right size that I want. And here seems about good. At this point, while it's selected, I want to go to opacity and go to 50% and click off. For the sake of making separate shapes, and you'll see later what I mean, and we're going to be making different planes and putting different colors into each shape that we do make for the abstract animal, we want to make sure that this image is locked in place so there's no means of adjustment later, and that we won't click and drag it out of frame by accident. And to do that, you're going to hit Command 2. on your keyboard. This should lock the image into place where you can no longer move it, click on it, or select it. You could also do this by going to Object and Lock while the image is selected. So that gets the animal portion out of the way and gets our reference image finished or figured out. And the next thing that we want to do is choose the different colors that we're going to be using for our abstract animal. For this assignment, we're going to be using complementary colors that we will integrate to make the geometric abstract animal. For this, I think that I'll just use an orange because the foxes are orange, and then its complementary color is blue. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the pen tool, and you could also select P on your keyboard. So you want to make 4 points, and you can see there's a little green line that drags you out for straight, and you want to make sure that you're just making it straight across, and then you're just clicking down to create anchor points. So here I'm trying to make a pretty good shaped square. Then you want to hit V or select the selection tool on the toolbar and click off of that. So this has a stroke on it, and that's okay for the white because we wouldn't be able to see it otherwise. So we can go ahead and leave a stroke on that one. Then we're going to click on the box and hit Command C, Command V, and we can see that a white box has appeared here with a stroke on it, so it's the exact same box, but for the sake of this one, I do not want the stroke to be around it because I'm going to fill it with another color. So I'm going to go ahead and beside stroke there is panel, and then I want to go to none because I don't want a stroke on it. Then I'm going to click and drag this to about the middle because this is going to be my value that I want to give a gradient to and give value to. So the first color I said was orange, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the color picker and move to the scale of orange that I like and go to the most vibrant point of this orange. And that's perfect. I really love that color. And then I'm going to hit that square value, and then I'm going to hit Command C to copy, click off, and then Command V to paste. This is how I'm going to create my value scale. And I'm going to continue to repeat this, and after every shape, every square is copied and pasted, I want to make sure that I'm changing the value of that color. So then I'm going to go ahead and move this down, and here it will show you the original color that it was, and the top color will be the color that it's changing to. So I'm going to make that a little bit darker than the first color and hit OK. And you can see that now I'm going to the darker side of my value scale. So I'm going to click on that color, Command C, click off Command V, and then go back to the color picker. And I'm going to be doing this for my darker all the way to my lighter values. Command C, click off Command V. And it seems repetitive and it does get tiresome, but it's going to be really, really helpful when we start doing the assignment. And now it's starting to turn into a brown as the color is getting darker. Now I've already created 3 on the side of the color that I want. Here is the original color. I'm creating 3 values in between. So this color should be black. Which is the darkest value. Now I want to go in reverse and switch it to the lighter colors. So I'm going to go back, hit the color picker again, and just keep moving back closer to the white. The reason you want to make sure that you're copying and pasting from the closest colors, you want to make sure that it's not any darker or lighter, and this just helps you know that your color is lighter than the one you made previously or darker than the one you made previously. So then I need one more to get to white. Command C, Command V. And then we've got white here at the end. So the next step is going to that complementary color, in which we see here orange is selected, so the complementary for orange is blue. So I'm going to go ahead and start that one by going to the color picker and moving to the blue. I'm going to go to the most vibrant colors of that blue and select OK. Command C, click off Command V. I'm just going to repeat what I did for the last value scale. And just go down, choosing darker colors. That one's a little too dark. And go back up, it's too close to black. There we go. Then choosing that center color again, Command C, Command V. And moving back to lighter variations of the color. Now, in no means does this have to be perfect, but you have to make sure that you do have a good value scale that you could use for your abstract animal. And there we have it. We have our value scale drawn out, and we have our animal chosen, and that's the first part of the abstract animals video tutorial.